Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of this New Year special edition of the Movie Preview Show, which delves into the UK cinema lineup from late January through to Valentine's Day, proposing a range of upcoming titles you really won't want to miss. First up, and filmed in London, is a very stylish action-adventure from Matthew Vaughn, based on the comic book by Mark Millar. Kingsman, the Secret Service, reveals a top-secret spy agency that hires a raw recruit off the streets, played by rising star Taron Egerton, and places him under the expert wing of veteran operative Colin Firth, just as the world is threatened by a twisted, high-tech genius.
We are an independent international intelligence agency operating at the highest level of discretion. The Kingsman agents are the new knights.
I have trouble understanding you people sometimes. You all talk so funny.
Kingsman's top draw cast includes Samuel L. Jackson, Sir Michael Caine, Mark Strong, and Mark Hamill, flexing his muscles for Star Wars Episode 7. Choice number 2 in this list is trash, but I think you'll love it, as it hails from scriptwriter Richard Curtis and director Stephen Daldry, two of the brightest lights of modern British film. The trash in question is a vast mound of rubbish in Rio de Janeiro, where 3 boys from the favelas unearth a wallet, which turns out the police are only too keen to recover.
Se alguém abrir essa carteira, tem que morrer.
E meu, ela vai fazer o plano. Vamos fazer uma revolução.
Through all of that, why did they stick with it?
Because it was right.
Trash is in cinemas everywhere from the 30th of January. Don't miss out. As is my next pick, Big Hero 6, recently a Big Hero hit in US cinemas. It's an animated action-adventure from the makers of Wreck-It Ralph and Frozen. The Big Hero 6 in question is a group of friends, including child prodigy Hero and his inflatable robot Baymax, who team up to solve a dangerous mystery affecting the city of San Francisco. Now, in early February, will you be among the cinema goers flocking to the Shaun the Sheep movie? From the brilliant animators at our very own Aardman Studios, this is Shaun's big screen debut. Shaun the Sheep is at the movies in early February and in time for half-term. My 5th selection is a Michael Bay production, Project Almanac, a modern-day mystery thriller with a sci-fi twist in which a group of childhood friends, now teenagers, manage to build themselves a time machine. What could possibly go wrong?
Are you seeing this? Whatever we did had some crazy ripple effects.
There was a plane crash, riots, disasters. None of this happened before.
Things are spiraling out of control.
You didn't care that all of your friends could be hurt?
Jesse's missing and no one can find
David,
her.
it's me. David,
No!
I'm going back to the beginning.
it could kill you. That's the only way to stop all this from happening.
Don't shoot!
Project Almanac looks great fun. My number 6, Jupiter Ascending, is a spectacular fantasy from the Wachowskis, renowned makers of The Matrix. As played by Mila Kunis, Jupiter Jones is an ordinary woman down on her luck, but her destiny lies up in the stars, and soon she is called upon to challenge the sitting queen of the universe.
It can be difficult for people from underdeveloped worlds to hear that their planet is not the only inhabited planet.
Your Majesty, Cain was the best soldier I ever went into battle with.
If she's what you say she is, we're not getting off this planet without a fight.
Your Earth is
is a very small part of a very large industry.
Jupiter Ascending was made here in the UK with a superb cast including Channing Tatum, Eddie Redmayne and Sean Bean. Selma is a powerful drama set in 1960s America in Selma, Alabama to be exact, the location of protest marches organised by the civil rights movement. David Oyelowo stars as Martin Luther King and Tom Wilkinson as President Johnson, with other true-life roles for Tim Roth, Cuba Gooding Jr., Carmen Ejogo, and many more. Their collective efforts led to the US landmark Voting Rights Act of 1965.
There are 70 million people watching. These pictures are going around the world.
We must make a massive demonstration.
You've seen people travel across the country to attend tomorrow's march, mostly white.
This revolution goes on and on. Mine eyes have seen the glory, hallelujah.
Let's move on now as we have an appointment to see Mr. Grey. Yes, the brand spanking new movie version of 50 Shades of Grey smacks onto cinema screens on Valentine's Day 2015. Rising star Jamie Dornan is the intimidating billionaire Christian Grey, and Dakota Johnson is Anastasia Steele, the student who goes to interview him.
To what do you owe your success?
I exercise control in all things, Miss Steele.
It must be really boring.
I'm incapable of leaving you alone.
Then don't.
Based on E.L. James's erotic novel, which stands as one of the best-selling books of all time, the hotly anticipated 50 Shades of Grey is directed by the multi-talented Sam Taylor Johnson. You know you want to go and enjoy. On which note, it's almost time to close the show. To wrap up, here's two other titles opening in late February. Monsters: Dark Continent, the sci-fi adventure sequel to the original hit Monsters, set 10 years later when the infected zones have spread worldwide. And the second best, Exotic Marigold Hotel, a marvellous title that says it all, except that its delightful senior cast is joined in Jaipur by Richard Gere, Tamsin Greig and David Strathairn. Discover more about all those films online at moviepreviewNetwork.com. And that concludes my New Year's special edition of the Movie Preview Show. I hope we've whetted your appetites and given a few useful pointers as to what to see next at the cinema. Thanks for watching. I've been Alex Zane. I'll see you at the movies. Happy New Year.